Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone. This is Quoth, and we're going to stop fooling around here and jump right into ranked. So not casual, as we did last time, ranked. We are going to play for keeps here. And so, as I said before, in the words of the great Liam Neeson, once more into the fray, into the greatest fight I've ever known. And I'm pretty confident that one way or the other we will live or die on this day. So, we're going to see how this goes. This is the first time that we've ever played this ripped off, straight from Hearthstone Mage Rush deck in a real match against another opponent. And, from what I've seen so far, it is extremely fast. It's very difficult to counter. And I say that knowing that I've only played one random deck against it, but it's very difficult to counter. And, in my opinion, should be able to hold up against these ranks. And the fact that I haven't seen it all that recently in ranks above this tier is probably because they've all surpassed it, or it's more upper echelon players that are playing it, one of the two. In either case, I fully intend to find out. So we're going to do this. May seem like kind of a cheap move, but I'm growing exceedingly fond of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, because it lets us do crazy things like that. If he doesn't manage to kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice on this turn, which he may, then I will play Arcane Intellect next turn, most likely, to gain a card advantage and attack. And, you know, he might have a Lightning Bolt in his hand. I'm guessing he doesn't, though. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have used it. That does help. That's certainly a good card there. So we're going to play Arcane Intellect, as I said. Get a couple of card draws here. Going to attack him directly with that for now. I'm guessing if he has a Lightning Bolt or something that he's going to play it next turn, so I'm just giving him a chance to kind of make his move, so to speak. The reason I didn't attack the totem is because if he has a Lightning Bolt, he's, you know, my minion's dying regardless. So the spell damage will not change that, and if he doesn't have one, then alright, so that actually may work out in our favor here overall, because in the end it doesn't even matter. No, in the end, we're going to have to clear those guys, but he's going to have a one-turn kind of disadvantage here. So let me think. I wonder. So I'm thinking we do this. I summon the Leper Gnome, and I summon the Mana Worm. Then we do Ye Olde Ice Lance. And Ye Olde Mirror Image. And then we'll attack the other one and sacrifice our... Just because we have no more spells anyway, might as well just sacrifice our minion in order to take care of the last wolf. He's going to summon a totem. Lucky, he got a totem of great value. We're going to attack it with him. So we have kind of an interesting field here. We're about one Lightning Storm away from complete wipeout, but we do still have Leroy and Cold Light Oracle. Yep, one Lightning Storm. So as I said, basically, I really only killed 3 minions. I summoned the other 2 to try to give myself an advantage with the Mana Worm, which overall I think worked out.
Job's done.
Alright, so we're just going to do a single damage to him there just to get a damage in. We have the Arcane Golem and Leroy Jenkins, so that's with our Abusive Sergeant. That's 12 damage right there that we can pretty much guarantee. We need another 8 damage, so if we can attack once with him and we can pull a Fireball here, we pretty much will win. We're not going to get the attack off with Cold Lights here. And he's going to have another taunt, so it's not looking too good for us. We're going to summon the Knife Juggler. hope he hits the. Let's hope he hits Tostingo. He does. So we're basically just trying to keep a lane open here. I realize I did have to waste my Arcane Golem to do that, but overall, I think we need to for the just for the integrity of the game here. And we did get a Knife Juggler out there for a 3/2, which does help. I'm sure he has enough minions to take us out here, so no end in tears here after all. We didn't quite get the advantage we needed to because of the taunts. The Spirit Wolves actually did help him out more than anything else. Okay. I think here. Alright, so I'm basically going to leverage this into like a one-turn game. If we can pull off like a fireball or something like that here, we might have a chance. We likely will not. He's going to obviously sacrifice these two to kill him. And then he still has his 8/5 minion out there. But there's not much I can do here other than kind of go for the throat. If I draw a Frostbolt, that'll be 3 damage plus 4. It's going to be 7 damage right to the face. Which is not going to be enough to kill him, but with this it'll be 8. If we can draw a fireball, then similar results. It's really going to depend on what we draw here. We're most likely going to lose regardless of the outcome of this turn, but we got to kind of go for the throat to hope for the best there, and I'm not that upset about it. Okay. So fireball is best case scenario on this turn, I think. If we do that, we can ice lance him, keep him from killing us, and then try to hope for a second fireball or something like that. That is not what we wanted here.
I can't do that.
We hunger for vengeance.
So he's 1, 5, 7, 10 on the field right now out of the necessary 15. I'm guessing he has enough to... Alright, he's got the 7 damage needed. So that's going to be it. Okay, it didn't work as well as I'd hoped. What I was hoping to do there was leverage that turn into maybe drawing another Fireball or Frostbolt or something. Didn't work out that way, but that's why I didn't use the Fireball on that turn. I waited till the turn after. Didn't end up working out, but that's okay. You know, we are not going to win them all, and that's for sure, but we're going to give it another shake. You know, I've always given it a fair shake. We'll try it again, see if it works better this time. The taunt definitely tripped us up. We need to get some momentum at the beginning, and we were failing to do so. Maybe this time, if we're smarter about the whole thing, we might be able to get something going and get a quick win. We still did a lot of damage to him, just not quite enough.
Jaina versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
You asked for it.
Alright, I have a weird feeling this might be the exact same person, but if it is, then we'll have to play it a little differently. Manowar Ice Lance is good at the beginning, Cold Oracle is good. We'll just keep the hand we have. Okay. So I'll start with the Leopard Gnome. And I'm not going to do too much here. I just want to see if, you know, see if we can be careful about how we want to proceed in this game. Alright, and you can say what you want to, but there is just a definite luck that shamans often have.
Give me a big hug!
And it gets a little bit ridiculous. Like, obviously, you know, things happen, but you really gonna tell me that you know, of all the totems you could have gotten there, like the taunt wasn't the luckiest one? So slowly and surely we'll whittle him down. And what I did there is I just attack, so that way next turn I can use the Fire Blast to kill him. He doesn't have a lot of mana here. He's a Rock Biter weapon. I assume he's going to use that on himself. Okay, yeah, I guess that's feasible. I'm surprised he didn't just use his minions, since he's obviously going to die next turn anyway, but whatever. Okay. Best move, best move, best... Alright, so we can play Blood Mage Thalnos, Arcane Missiles, which still have one left over. We could play this, which might as well be free. And then we could play Blood Mage Thalnos anyway.
We hunger for vengeance.
Guess we'll just do that.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay, that worked out, I suppose. So we can do Arcane Missiles.
More souls.
Okay. What's the best to play here? We could play Abusive Sergeant.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Okay, we could...
More souls.
Then use it to take out the Knife Juggler. So we're just going to do this. We're going to play an interesting game where we're kind of going to try to whittle away these guys without committing too much of our hand. We're saving Ice Lance and Fireball for later. Those do massive damage if we want to. We still have the coin to try to make a big move happen, and Cold Light Oracle if needed. And the need may come sooner rather than later. Okay. Not ideal. Gonna get rid of him. The Fireball is usually one of the finishers of the deck. I don't like using it for things like that, but shaman have two main sources of pause for a lot of other decks, and one of them is that Fire Elemental. It's very difficult to counter. The other, of course, Bloodlust. We are going to pop the Cold Light Oracle right now. We're going to play Mirror Image. Okay. Let's see here. So right now we have, just counting, 6, 9, in our hand. Okay. So how to approach some another Cold Oracle is pretty much a game at this point. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna... Maybe a mistake, but I'm gonna do a damage right to him. We have a lot of damage here. I'm seeing 3 damage, 9, 12, 16 damage right now on the board, which is between these cards right now. If they assume they all hit him, which they're not going to do. But what we can do here... Okay...
What to do? What to do?
Someday I'll be just like you! Someday I'll be just like you!
Alright, so the rest of what we have here is more or less free. So right now, let's see, we have 6. Let's play Arcane Missiles first, so it's free once again. See what we hit. 2, 2, 2, 2, alright. So, now we have what we have. If we Fireball, he's down to 9. We have 1 damage too little after this Fire Blast, I mean.
What to do?
So can we survive to the next turn here? So I think we can. It's just going to kind of limit what we can do.
Time runs out on me.
So obviously, you know, we were pretty close to winning. We're not going to now. All he uses 1 damage to make up, and he has it with his Fire Elemental. But we were 1 damage away from it. And the reason for that is because with everything that we had on the board, that we could have done 17 damage out of it, or sorry, 14 damage out of the 15 we needed. We didn't have quite enough to win, and it was a gamble. I was hoping that we could pull off, you know, a card that might be able to give us some better, you know, better damage there. We did not, so nothing we could really do. And for some reason, I'm not entirely sure if it's just shamans that are a counter to this deck, or if it's just I'm just not playing the deck right, which is probably more likely. But I'm not meshing well with Icy Winds, not nearly as well as we did with the Zulok when we first played that one. But that's going to be it for this episode here. Obviously, we've had some ups and some downs as far as the Icy Winds deck is concerned. Our first game with it was pretty damn good. Our second 2 were not so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That's going to be it for this one, and catch you next time.